Shazam, bam, wham. Thank you, ma'am. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening, good people? Oh, wait, we gotta put Afro Mama. Afro Mama always gotta be in the background. I don't know what's gonna happen when my background change. But in the meantime, we got Afro Mama back there. I hope you guys are having the most wonderful day ever. Y'all know who it is, right? It's me, your homegirl, Ladosha Wright, aka Key Lolo. And y'all know who that is over there. That's right. Y'all know who that be. That be the one and only Cheryl Morrow, that means the hair oracle. That's who that be over there. Let me slide over this way. I hope you guys are just having a good evening because I know I am. What's up, LB Lawana? You always in the chat. We hope some more people are going to be coming through real soon. But before we do that, we're going to play our favorite theme song by the one and only Miss Rachel Evans. And she says, Sister, would you please let Ladosha do your hair now that she got these new I got these from Patapsco, these little reader glasses. I'm gonna give me some new ones, y'all, so I can just keep rocking it out like Cheryl. Look at Cheryl. Look at her. She just the oracle is always fly. I'm gonna try to give me some, some different shapes and stuff like that. So maybe we might get a sponsor that might want us to, let Kilolo and Cheryl. I got the readers. Or you have real glasses, though, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna buy some with the the frames. You can't just to look fly. Because glasses make you look all smart. People be thinking I'm smart and shit. All right, let's hear some Sister. Let me do your hair. Come on in, guys. Come on in. We have a wonderful, wonderful podcast that's happening tonight. So let's get ready. Let me and Cheryl do y'all hair. Here we go. It's coming. Coming. I got my little comb. Y'all like my new hair color? Kendra to hook me up. Y'all know I'm ready to sing. I'm about to give me a microphone too. Oh, here it go. Wait a minute. Here it goes. This is how you know you singing. Stapler. Hey, come on in.
Not the stapler.
I got the stapler. Beautiful. Oh, they coming on through. We got West Africa in the house. What's up, Fatu? Hey, everybody say Jerry Jeff. I'm going to type it in the chat so y'all know how to say it. I see you, Sandra. If you would let me do your hair. Come on, y'all, let me do your hair. Hey. And let me do your hair. I got my special microphone. Come on. Every time I hit a beat, I'm going to click. Now, one of these staplers pop out. Y'all just call 911. Let me do your hair. Woo! Come on, hey, Eileen! Come on, Eileen! Hey! Struggle. The best of you. I'll be so very happy if you will let me do your hair. Let me and Fatu and Cheryl. Come on, Fatu. We can do some hair. Hey, Fatu does beautiful hair.
Yes.
And Cheryl do a mean roller set. Make you wanna let me do your hair. Y'all know me, I got that pressing comb. I press every little ooh. Hey. And don't forget, guys, you can download this wonderful song through your Amazon Prime. And this is Rachel Evans' sister. She says, "Let me do your hair." Oh, let me do your hair. Rachel Evans says, "Let me do your hair." All right, guys, we are so ready. We are so ready. Y'all know I'm showing off with my color now. Y'all know I'm acting a fool up in here. All right, all right, all right, all right. Welcome, welcome. This is our 82nd episode of Not Burning Sandra's Ears. Welcome, welcome. Oh, hold on. Look who in the chat. Oh, y'all best. Oh, hail the queen. Everybody hail the queen. The Honorable State Representative Shirley Smith just popped up. Y'all better come on. Everybody get your hands up. Get your hands up. Get your hands up. She can feel the energy coming through the screen that's emanating. We have Shirley Smith in the chat saying, "Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all." Hey, there she is. Ain't she fine? She looks so fine. Make the preacher great. Oh, man. I'm talking about she fine, fine, fine. What's happening? What's happening, good people? Again, we are on our 82nd episode, and tonight is all about being fed up and unbothered. That's right. Fed up, unbothered. We sick of y'all. We tired of the natural hairstylist. We tired of the cosmetologist, the trichologist. Let me get us some tissue because I'm about to do some preaching over here. We tired. We just can't hang it no more. And I say, I'm tired. I'm ready to go to the mountaintop and get my hair done. And I'm tired. Okay, that's right. They can't take it no more. They tired. They say, barbers, we're fed up. We can't take it. Now you know it's bad when the state representative come on the podcast. We got to get. Come on now, Cheryl. We got to be more careful out here in these YouTube streets and Google universities and corners and everything, because the consumers are fed up with us. And so tonight we are going to deep dive, into what's happening, what's going on where people are actually unbothered. And so here is a new movement. I'm seeing it. I've been seeing it. A hairstylist, we see it all, and we try. We're going to talk about this tonight, but we try really, really, really hard. And so the new movement is unbothered hair, where people are like, you know what? We sick of y'all. Every time we turn around, we got to buy some more That's why the name of this podcast is what? What's the name of the podcast, Shirley? Let me take a sip of my drink. Let me clear my throat. What's the name of the podcast?
Dumbest shit people say about black folks' hair.
Dumb. It's just dumb. It's just dumb, and people just can't take it anymore. And so our goal on this podcast platform, this live streaming, is to really help, make, how they say, make it make sense. So we want to make it make sense tonight. And thank you guys so much for welcoming Shirley into the chat. Hopefully she'll stick around, and we're going to get our comments going. But before we do it, we have our current events. So the first current event, you're gonna love this one, Cheryl. Y'all know I just go right on to Google and I just click it, right? And look what I clicked now. If you went on to Google and you saw this too, just put me too in the chat if you saw this. So as soon as I hit, Google to go search, here's the first thing that popped up. Bam! Using keratin treatments or hair straightening creams. Now they put a question mark. Research suggests potential cancer risk. Ain't that a wait a minute? Can we play Johnny Guitar Watson? Y'all know Johnny Guitar Cheryl. You think we get a flag if we can we just play
No, just go ahead and play it, baby.
We're gonna play this. We're just gonna play a little bit, y'all. Just a little bit of Johnny Guitar. We gotta do it, and hopefully, now I'm not gonna play it long because I think you gotta have the rights to the music and all that good stuff. So Johnny Guitar Watson,
we do not own the rights to this music.
And we don't own the right. He said, "Ain't that yeah, okay." So we don't own the rights to the music, but we just got to play it because this situation is so befitting. So I'm gonna go ahead on and I'm gonna say it again. Using keratin treatments on hair straightening creams? Question mark. Research suggests potential cancer risk. And I'm going to hide this screen so I can go ahead on and present. And I'm going to share it. And you guys, if you know the hook, I got it right here. Let me get it on up here right quick. Hold on. Here you go. Cheryl.
Lord have mercy.
God have mercy.
Can't get ahead, no way I try. Everything is out of pocket. Somebody do something. The present situation is abstract. Listen.
Now, all right. We don't own the rights to that music, but we want to let y'all know we know what time it is because we say ain't got a damn thing left. Ain't that a
potential risk?
Potential.
No, not even potential cancer. Potential risk.
It's a risk.
Now,
it's a risk.
The wonderful thing about, just debunking it by sentence, what is it about they are separating keratin treatments or hair straightening creams? What is hair straightening creams?
We have some very intelligent people in the chat. If you could be so kind to oblige us, because apparently by the name of this podcast, people are fed up with the natural hair movement and they're unbothered. So clearly we don't know what the ham sandwich and French toast we're talking about. So maybe you guys can answer in the chat. Does anyone know the difference between a keratin treatment or hair straightening creams? What's the difference? So we'll see if we can get some answers in the chat. So Luana might have an answer. Sandra, yeah, if you guys know what the difference is, by all means, help us out because we're just a little. Because I don't think I know. I'm trying to get a visual.
Really?
Yeah. What's the difference? I think as a keratin liquid. I never used the keratin. I don't even know what it looks like. Straightening creams. I've used a relaxer, but we don't call those straightening creams.
Right.
So, I don't know. Okay, so the chat is kind of cricket. So maybe this one might be a little. So Facebook, if you're woke, link. I know LinkedIn. We know you guys like to watch. So LinkedIn, all the smart people are on.
It's quiet. LinkedIn.
All the smart people are on LinkedIn because that's where all the degrees are. So they ain't on YouTube. That's for sure. Okay. So Sandra says, for her, keratin is formaldehyde and relaxers are sodium hydroxide. So
The sodium relaxers are not up there. They said.
So we want to know, what's a cream straightener? Well, we got the keratin.
Right. What's
a
straightener cream?
Well, LaWanda says the keratin treatment smooths the hair, but it doesn't straighten it. And then Sandra says to her, the keratin is what contains the formaldehyde, and relaxers are the sodium hydroxide. So she says relaxers straighten the hair. Okay. Oh, this is okay. All right. Let me just take this down.
So there's no such thing as hair straightening creams?
I don't know a hair straightening cream. I know a relaxer, but I don't know. I don't even think. We don't use that word. I'm just
because they're not relaxers.
Yeah, relaxers. Now relaxers don't straighten, but they relax because you're gonna have some texture left. If you use it for some years and years and years and years, eventually it'll weather it down. But when I used to have a relaxer, baby, I still had some Cajun don't you up in there. But that keratin now, that's gonna leave your char. We are shine my knees if we please. That keratin gets it so straight you can't even curl it. So that's my understanding.
Are they chemically different?
The straightening creams and the keratin it sounds like they are the same, because the keratins, they do straighten hair. They make that hair poker straight. You cannot curl. You can curl relaxers, you can roller set it, you can finger wave, pineapple wave, get your En Vogue. Remember Dawn from En Vogue? Used to have a crush on Dawn from En Vogue. You could finger wave, a relaxer. You cannot do any of that with a keratin treatment. So you say.
Okay, so why do they put the word treatment? You guys know why they put the word treatment on that keratin treatment, and then they don't say hair straightening treatment, they say hair straightening creams?
I'm just gonna say,
because language is key here.
Yeah, it's key. It is key.
No.
Where everybody's kind of stumped. Let me put it back up there. Let me put it back up. Let me put it back up, because sometimes you need a visual. I'm getting a little excited about the topic tonight. So using keratin treatments or hair straightening creams? ? I'm just appalled. Research suggests potential cancer risk. So to me, I would say, because keratin straighten hair, I would say, based off of the words, that keratin treatments and hair straightening creams are the same. It's just wordplay.
Right. Well, one of the things I want you to pay attention to is where they published this. Black women, they're not talking to black women. That's why the keratin treatment or hair straightening creams are juxtaposed that way, because they're not talking to black women. This is published in the Wall Street Journal. Now, if this was black, over 45% black readership, if this was the Atlantic or some other publication, it would have said relaxer. But because this is a white reader, they're talking now to the actual solutions that actually carried formaldehyde. So that's why you don't have the word relaxer there.
Okay. Now,
black women.
Can I be petty, y'all? Can I, LaWanda, everybody in the chat? I'm about to be Petty Franklin. I'm about to be very petty, because I don't want y'all to think I got my nose up Cheryl's butt, because Cheryl never knows what Kilolo got planned. So as she was talking, I went online and pulled the article because I just screenshot. I didn't even scroll down. And what have we here? Remember Richard Dipperfield where he caught the woman cheating? Well. What have we here? Yeah, they probably don't know nothing about Richard Dipperfield. You know, what y'all know about Richard Dipperfield?
I got paper.
Y'all. I'm on the road tonight. We're going to get to this topic in a minute. But look at that. Look at that. Look at that picture.
Oh, so they get, and then they switched it.
They switched it.
This shit is crazy.
It's crazy. And y'all falling for the okie doke.
And wait a minute. And the picture is not even of. That could be color. That could be anything.
Yeah. And they don't have a mask on. Because you know when you're doing that keratin, baby, you had to put that hazmat suit on. You don't have to put a hazmat suit on when you when you're doing a relaxer. But you have to put on a mask, and you have to have a special ventilation.
Now why? Because when formaldehyde or any other sulfur or any other gaseous kind of straightener, it gives off vapors. And then it changes once water hits it. It deactivates the gas once it hits water. And then the formaldehyde turns into a methyl. And then that's why they hide the ingredient on the ingredients list, because once water hits it, it becomes something else. But they put a black woman. They're not talking to a black reader, but they put a black woman because at the end of the day, they only want to vilify people of color.
And
they're not trying to spook. They're not going to ever spook white women. They're not ever going to spook white folks. They're not going to ever spook. This is something that they have to be stopped in doing.
Well, Naomi says she's a little confused because she says, my little confused self thinks there's also an amino acid relaxer.
There's no such thing as amino acid.
Yeah, that doesn't even.
That's a play on words.
Yeah, amino. I'm like
let me just say this. Can you guys name 3 amino acids? Come on. I think there's about 12 amino acids.
I thought it was like 23, according to Infusium.
It could be.
Infusium says there's 23 links in the amino acids.
Okay. But they're not chemically active. They're not gonna have a reaction unless there's an active there.
Okay, she says, I don't know if this is an answer because we're kind of like delayed. Maybe I got to slow down a little bit here. I'm sorry, guys. Alloprocrea.
What is that? Another form of keratin from another company? Japanese or Brazilian or European? I don't know. Alloprocrea.
It sounds like my ex-boyfriend. Alloprocrea, where you at? I see you out here looking at me. Sound like my ex-boo.
No. I really want to know.
Naomi, can you enlighten us on alloprocrea? Let me put that back up. Or is it Allah? Oh, here it goes. Okay, here she goes. Alanine proline. Are you saying that's an amino acid or the name of a product? Lord, I have blonde in my hair. Okay, she was trying. Okay, here we go. She was trying to put in amino acids. Okay. Okay. Sandra says glycine, lysine, alanine are the 3 amino acids she can think of. Jesus, are you on LinkedIn? That's where all the smart people. You can tell I'm on Facebook. Oh wait, hold on. They get buck wild up in here. Histidine.
Okay.
Well, hell, if y'all going on, let me put mine in. Wait a minute. I got one.
Oh,
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on, Cheryl. They got all these rings. They got, hold on. They got glycine, lysine, alanine, histidine, and then here go mine. Y'all ready? How about, let me pop it up. You ready, Cheryl?
I'm ready.
What about Listerine? That's not funny. Nobody's. Thank you, Naomi. Somebody loves me. I mean, I just thought we might go there. I mean, everybody histidine. Okay, so there could be no amino acid relaxer.
Well, the only so that naturally makes you understand why they got the word keratin. Why? Because all amino acids are the building blocks of
hair.
No.
I said that with confidence, didn't I, Naomi?
Oh no, well, yes and no.
They're building blocks of life, though, right? The amino acids are like your building blocks. Like without them, you don't survive.
Right. But there's a word in the middle that makes it all make sense. Why they called it keratin. All amino acids are the building blocks of proteins. And then they chose one of the fibrous proteins called keratin. So they figured keratin, they probably get it from, some silk or wool protein, and then they put it in there. But it has a chemical active. What is that chemical active? And that chemical active is formaldehyde.
Well, to all the smart cosmetologists who knew the answer, forget you, forgot you, never thought about you, give me a piece of, and I will write all about you. Okay, so I was wrong. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute, y'all. My boss just came through. Y'all know what that means, right? Come on, y'all. Drop them L's in the chat. Come on. We got Shirley Smith. We got Lavina Joseph. My boss is in the chat. We always drop them L's. They are definitely in the chat. We see you, Miss Catello. Thank you so much for your response, because clearly I most certainly had that wrong. So we definitely understand.
But that, in the end, hair straightening creams belong to the Japanese thermal reconditioning, Brazil, Copa, Rio, Brazilian blowout, Brazilian keratin, and then they also go to thiol, glycolic acid. They don't use sodium hydroxide. Black people are sodium hydroxide people. We do not use any of those other chemicals. Never have, never will. But the picture gets switched to a black face.
And I'm from the hood, so I'm going to tell you another reason why we ain't putting no formaldehyde in our hair. Because back in the day, I don't know if they have it, but they used to use this stuff called wet. And if a person was wetted out, ooh, you got to be from the hood. They said they dipped the cigarettes or whatever in the stuff formaldehyde, and they would be like, "Oh, he was wetted out." Y'all might have seen it with Smokey. And what was that movie? Friday. That was wet to get you messed up. So that's another reason why I said we got a whole nother. They don't understand formaldehyde means something different to black folk. We're like, no, my hair can't be dirty on my head, acting like
we just never used it. We just never used it. It's we kept our concoction, our relaxers concoctions quite clean with hydroxide. That's what we use. So that's one of the reasons why the relaxer advocates, we created the relaxer advocates to advocate in that if you guys want to fix your European hair care, if you want to fix it, fine. We'll even advocate with you. But you won't do it by demonizing relaxer and sodium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide. Just be honest. Start baiting and switching the pictures and spooking black women, because you don't want them to go back to the to the relaxer, and enrich salons and start doing business. Black people built the relaxer business. They built
relaxers
billions.
don't come back. They think
Oh, and let me just say this: we're master formulators. We took their Thio permanent wave and created the cold wave cream version. Did a couple of more steps and created the whole boom of the activator. We are innovative, expansive people. But once you start getting into and letting, white folks start doing correlation studies, and then they start spooking us out, and just because you get a little sting in there and a little burn there, and then I'll be the first one to say the cancer relaxers get safer and more expansive and more organic. Yeah, but don't switch the conversation by putting, you guys want to ban the chemicals you guys use, but you want to use black people faces in black people's boxes and the way they built the industry. And it's just really, you got to watch them, because they're going to switch the conversation and think so.
That's what they do. But
that's why relaxers, advocates, y'all join us, because we're going to be teaching people in black hairstylists how to be expert witnesses, and go into these trial and law cases, hopefully in these lawsuits, and get paid. Just like
I got my suit ready. I got my suit and tie. I'm all ready to go. But speaking of ready to go, don't forget tomorrow is our 1 year anniversary. So while you guys are doing what Sandra is asking you to do, which is go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, let's show you guys another concept that Cheryl and I have worked on for the narrative, Let the Truth Be Told. So here's a little snippet. Here we go. Join us Tuesday, December the 5th at 7 p.m. for the Narrative Watch Party.
Because white people now want natural wigs. They want wigs like this. Dig it? Isn't it beautiful?
You know what that was? That was definitely a political statement. The pressure's on you.
Okay.
What's up with that natural hair movement?
Okay, I have mixed emotions about the natural hair movement. Most of my clients have natural hair. But after having conversations with clients and talking about their decision as to why they went natural, I think there's a lot of misconceptions when it comes to using relaxers, because people are looking at it as it's damaging or it's not good for your hair, which that could be said about any hairstyle, whether you're natural or relaxed. It's all about if the person who is giving you that service is 100% trained.
The narrative documentary, Let the Truth. All right. So that's my homegirl, Miss Victoria Webster. She works right here in Cleveland, Ohio. You can find her on social media under Blossom to Beauty. She does absolutely phenomenal hair. I admire her so much. So tomorrow we want everybody to come back in the chat at 7 o'clock. I'm just going to play the actual documentary. We're going to watch it together, and then we're going to come back maybe 15 minutes afterwards, hop right back in the chat, and we're going to do a post talk after party. I'm going to have me some champagne, and I'm going to get turned up while we just in the chat, and we're about the documentary celebrating our 1 year anniversary. So let's get into the topic, and it's all about being unbothered. So we see there's some concerns about Black women going back to relaxers because they're just kind of fed up, with this whole, wearing your hair natural. So I have some videos to just kind of help get the conversation going. So I think what happened is it kind of started off with people just being able to wear their hair. Now, I just want to say this and then Cheryl, you give me your take. Before there was this word called natural hair movement. Did you ever have someone come to your hair salon who wanted to just wash their hair and just go? Was that something new, or was it unheard of? Or, I know time periods are different, but back in your day, Did women just come in or men and say, I'll have a shampoo and you could just let me go?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
However, they had texture that would allow them to do that.
Okay.
They didn't come in there knowing that they didn't have texture that could do the wash and go thing. People who they kind of know that black folks know their own texture and what it's capable of doing in the elements. So they did not, but back in when I was practicing, it was called chemical free. They did not define everybody's hair unnatural because it was straight.
Right. Yeah. And I would say the same thing, but kind of like that article where it's like wordplay. So we see it again, today under the new, moniker, natural hair. So here is a very popular hairstylist. And so we're just going to use this clip to kind of introduce his experience, and they vary from person to person, but I just want to kind of set the tone for kind of like how we kind of got it going to where people are unbothered and they're fed up with cosmetologists, hairstylists, natural hairstylists, trichologists, barbers, braiders, locticians. They said we sick of y'all, and so here is his take. Here we go.
But historically, Black women with a texture that is not traditionally curly generally will look at you side-eye when you talk to them about a wash and go style.
So his experience is that and if you didn't have a certain type of a hair, that you just didn't do a wash and go style. And so now we move into the YouTube. So here to me is where the disconnect, because there was a belief that cosmetologists never did this. And so now we have the information highway called the internet, and now people are just running with it. Meanwhile, we're behind the chair. This is what we do.
And the funny thing is that we all did them in beauty school.
Yeah.
And let me just say this. The terminology, now that the natural hair care community of Y2K is now tired because they have done way too much in the last 23 years.
They broke.
They made up terms. They tired. They made up techniques. Now they don't do them anymore. Now they are wore out. They are exhausted. They can't go anywhere unless they get up 2 hours before. They're coming out the house with wet, gooey hair and all kind of other craziness. So, but the terms that we had when I was practicing, excuse me, it's just, it makes you think that the actual thing that they're doing today didn't exist 30 years ago. And it actually did. It's just that we weren't calling it that.
Right. And it was like, okay, you just washed your hair and you just went, Well,
so that's a wash and braid. That's a wash and, put me up in some plaits. I just want my hair, of course. Yeah. And then some of them would just get blow dried, and then they would get it put back in some braids and a bun.
Got that little wig on and call it a day. But again, I think, so what's happening now is that we see the internet. Now, you guys have no idea of how hard it is to work behind the chair and compete with people who ain't got nothing better to do but sit in front of these screens and make up shit all day long, which is why we call this the dumbest shit that people say about Black hair. Now, I understand his point. His name is Mr. Dickey. He is a licensed cosmetologist out of New York.
He's out of New York.
Yeah, and so he does other things, but again, you guys have to understand, and I'm not trying to make excuses. We are licensed professionals, and we are here to tell you we've always done it. The media didn't cover that because it wasn't the style, it wasn't the trend, but we did them as we like ponytails. You go to the hairstyle, we always did ponytails, and this is nothing new. So here is the next clip as we're going to just evolve this conversation and move it right along to your point, because they want some juicy hair. So here's what she has to say. Here we go.
Probability of your curls being juicy and defined once your twist out dries and you take that twist out down. You feel me? So look at, y'all, come on. Like, the juiciness though is pretty immense, pretty much clearly evident, right?
Here we go. Now,
juicy curls.
Now we're getting somewhere, because this is what everybody was starting to want. They wanted what we call moist hair. Everybody and their mama, they want moist hair. Can you please, Hair Oracle? Oh, Oracle, where can you be? What is the obsession with juicy, even when they have hair like this? They'll say, Ladosha, how do I keep my hair moisturized? Dude, it's a press and curl. We got weapons for getting moisture. Where you at, Sandra? Don't you get quiet on me. You better not get any moisture in there. So help us understand what's really going on with that dumb
Okay. All right. So they didn't like cosmetology. We going natural, and then all of a sudden, how close were they to curl activator? They were this close to curl activator. So they act like curl activator never happened. The curl never happened. So they're totally different.
Wait, because it's a chemical show. Hey, come on. We got Sir Pooh in the house. Sir Pooh was there.
Right. You got to remember the difference between the Afro-natural movement of 1960s and what she was talking about right there is that Black folks secretly wanted hair like white people.
What?
Because she says, y'all, look at this. Okay, curl definition. What do they mean by curl definition? Curls that do not look like their birth texture, and they don't want the Afro look. They want the ringlet look, something that is not natural to their birth texture. The irony of it is that we did it with a process that created billions. They do it half-ass and do it only lasts a couple of hours.
I just had an aha moment. It just hit me. Pooh is a real life, let me put him back in the chat, a real life cosmetologist. So here it goes.
Come on,
maybe that, what's up? Everybody say, what's up, Pooh? Sir Pooh is in the chat. I'm telling you, he the coldest. He came in to show me how to wrap some hair, baby. I've been making money ever since. That boy can do some hair. Y'all bet. Anywho, I digress. But let me tell you this. You said something very interesting, and I need you to expand on it. So you're saying that we made money with the chemical alteration to give you the ringlets, but the natural. So I think that's where
it is.
Work that out a little bit more.
Justify it, and then they justify wearing their hair wet in the moisture because they understand that the moisture, when the parent generation in the curl world, they use just to keep it nice and shiny. They were not trying to use the activator to keep their hair from shrinking, as they would say. So our moisturization actually went with a hairstyle. Their moisturization is trying to keep the hair their natural hair from doing something
that it naturally does.
Right.
Damn. Right.
And so it's an oxymoron for natural hair care movement to want something that is unnatural to their hair. Then they called it shrinkage. They totally made up a whole freaking word in terms of, so in other words, when we say Afro, they say shrinkage. Because the Afro can't go into their natural thing. So hair definition is akin to biracial hair. They want it to look like they're mixed, like they're something
I'm shocked. I know y'all like LaDosha, you lying. I did not put that together. Sir Pooh's dropped the bomb. I missed that, but he is a hair. I tell people all the time. I teach people how to do their hair. I'm not a hairstylist, so I don't see it like Pooh. He saw it off the rip, but I missed that one. But
and even more psychosomatic in a natural hair care movement, they also want the length of what biracial and white textures do. They like length, and she kept pulling it. She kept pulling it down. And it's the strangest, odd.
Yeah, so here's another clip. And I think, Sandra, you were on the right track. So here we go. Here's the next clip. Here we go.
I'm going to put some Sheer Moisture Jamaican Black Castor Oil Strengthening and Restore Leave-In Conditioner. I'm going to use their new Sheer Moisture All Day Frizz Control Milk Gel, but I like to pair it up with the Jackie Coconut
Definition Twisting Cream. On the jar, it actually says that it's a great product for type 4 hair, thick textures, and it leaves your hair moisturized and your twist outs popping. Okay.
Now, this where the fight. This is where the fight began, and this is
four products when all we did in the curls is use one.
I tell you
now you see why they don't want you going back to the relaxer, because if you abandon if you go back to the relaxer look and you start going back to the salon and going to Sir Pooh and LaDosha and all you other hairstylists, guess what's going to happen? They're going to be stuck with all of that retail shit. And that is probably going to be over $100 billion bullshit mistake waiting for y'all to come back to that shit maybe another 45 years. The trend is coming back. Now they're saying, I just want it to look like that for 3 months, go back in there and get my service, boom, boom. That is why innovation, it's popping. It's waiting for us to come out with the innovation to be able to give them curl definition, which was what Wave Nouveau, MEAT formulation, the LA Light, the California curl, that's what it gave you.
It did. It did. I still do Wave Nouveau. People don't believe. And Pooh, can you? I don't know if you do curly perms or maybe you any other hairstylist in the chat. Can you guys drop a yes or a no that is true that the Wave Nouveau, you could straighten that Wave Nouveau? You know, you couldn't like press it hard, but you could style that and then wash the hair and the curls would come. The curls came back. I mean, I do the Wave Nouveau. But did you witness that, Sir Pooh? Did you see anybody with the Wave Nouveau? You could do that. Even the Carefree curl.
Yeah, well, you can do it with all the curls. Even remember when Leisure Curl, you was doing the curl with the wet set rollers? Come on now with the pen. I mean, we had the dry look. We had LA like that. Mr. Morrow had already expanded. It was called the dry look.
It used to be a man named Herman Allen. Anybody remember him? I don't know about y'all, but he was in Cleveland, and oh my God, he had this salon called Innovations, and he was doing all of this unique stuff.
These are $200 a pop.
Oh, he was killing the game.
Hairdressers were extremely rich people. They didn't have and that is what they don't want. And so, and my whole thing is that from the year 1999, 2000, 2001, 2003, 2000, all the way to 2013, they kept saying that the relaxer was a decline. So why in 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22 would you come out with research saying about relaxers when you already knew these relaxers were in decline? Because you know we're going back to them. That's what they
right.
That's,
yeah, we're going. But I think too, like I was saying before, people are unbothered. They're fed up. But what we're telling you guys, barbershops and hair salons, we have always been the ultimate source of professional solutions to give you what you were looking for, by way of that diversity to do different things with your hair and keep your hair on your head. And like she said, we made money, the customers were happy, but now you have the natural hair movement that blames cosmetologists and barbers, and they created a middle person, right? Like you have that line on that screen, they created a middle person called a trichologist to kind of be like the mediator, you know, that they have the ultimate answers to the problems that they were creating with this wet hair, because everybody wanted that natural hair to do something that it couldn't. So here is the next point to your point, Cheryl. Here we go. When you talk about we want that hair to do something that it can't do. So now we're moving over into locks, because people just knew locks were carefree. Everybody's looking for carefree hair, but they don't want the carefree curl. So hairstylists have always known that locks are not maintenance free, but they were touted as the epitome of a hairstyle that had the lowest maintenance. And here's why. Here we go.
In this video, I'll be discussing some of the reasons why your hair may be brittle or dry. Reason number one, and I have a feeling this might be the most common reason. You're too focused on oiling your hair and scalp. You're not focused on hydrating your hair. Some of you may be a little confused. Some of you think that oiling your hair is moisturizing your hair. It's not. Moisture comes from water or water-based products.
Okay. All right.
Now we're in the hair salon, and it's a billion of these videos out here. They got 1 million likes. We got like, 20 people in the chat. She got like 25,000 people listening to that. Mm-hmm. We're behind the chair, and they're just, I mean, they cutting us at the knees. Like, you guys are dropping the ball. How do we compete with that type of first of all, is that true? Is greasing hair the problem? Number one, greasing scalp and hair, and it's water. Does that moisturize hair using water-based products to make the hair moist?
Right. First of all, you're never going to create a soft lock. There is no such thing as creating a moist lock. It's not going to happen just by the virtue of the accumulation of hair fibers in a lock. It is not just, it's a tangle. It just doesn't, it's not soft and supple towards the end. Let me just say this. If you put water in it, right, then you have a drying problem. Then you're going to have a fungus mildew problem, right? Then if you do that, then if you put oil, then you're going to not have any evaporation or breathing. Yeah, put that up because I want to read that. Then you're going to harbor, because you don't let, oil doesn't let moisture in or moisture out, doesn't let air in, doesn't let air out. And so you're exacerbating. And I do think that it's time for cosmetologists such as the ones on this chat now to step up and to teach them what water does, how it does locks or any type of braid or any type of weave or any type of hair that cannot move or fall naturally, right? And what is oil does, because oil is going to harbor any other kind of dirt, trap, lint. It doesn't make a difference. And I just don't think that they understand what all those things do. And they need cosmetology to bring in to give them a better options, maybe a better protocol, maybe a better way to have the best of both worlds. But looking for a soft, supple, water does not make things soft. It makes things hard.
Fatu hit the heart button on that. She came through. Sir Pooh says he wished we could do this on Instagram so he could share with other stylists. And we could.
All right. We're going to have to work that out, Sir Pooh.
Yeah, Sir Pooh, we're going to go ahead and take your advice. That's a good idea. I think we got some. I'm still single, so we got another some more time, time me a little boo thing. And I see, once I go out with P. Diddy, I know y'all like, I'm going out with P. Diddy. I ain't scared of you, mother. So as soon as I go out with P. Diddy, then I ain't gonna be ready for y'all. But anywho, so let me get this straight now. You just said water does not cause the hair to be moist. It makes the hair hard. And then Fatu dropped this in the chat and was like, bam, 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 bam. So even from West Africa, and everybody be talking about Africa, they wear weaves. They don't know nothing. They don't like black people. There's a West African in the chat.
Now, let me ask you a question. Let's say,
how does it make it hard? Go ahead.
Yeah, let's just say this.
Answer. How does it make it hard?
Y'all take a shower. Y'all come back. How hard is that washcloth when y'all go in?
Done.
You hang that. Wait a minute. You hang that washcloth over that rack. You take it up. It still got the same print as the rail.
I'm done. I got to go.
Water don't make things soft. It makes things hard.
Woo! Baby, look at this chat. This chat on fire.
That's why. Come on, Sir Pooh. Come on, y'all. That's why they need cosmetologists to show them how to offset that and to make it how to do it. You can't just do that. That natural shit don't work.
It don't.
We have to be sophisticated. You have to manipulate the elements. You have to go in there and you have to do some fabulous things, but you have to have some experience and you have to have the gift of hands and the gift of knowledge and alchemy and be able to manipulate it so you can work. That's why you go to LaDosha or you come to Cheryl, you go to Sir Pooh, or you go to, Sandra E, or you go to this person or that person, Hair Savant. That's why you keep coming back, baby. You keep coming back. And but we need to step up the scholar though. That's the only key.
And let me tell you something. If y'all do this right now and help us change the narrative, you can step up your scholar when you do this right here.
Pump me on, pump me on.
All right. So come on, we can get more viewers. The more you guys hit the thumbs up button, the more you guys share the content. Feel free to just share it on your social media. Go ahead on and text your family and your other coworkers and say, hey guys, get in the chat. These people know exactly what they're talking about, because today the topic is, they say we sick of y'all. We're tired of the natural hair movement people. We're tired of the cosmetologists. We're tired of the barbers, the trichologists, the braiders, the locticians. Though none of y'all know what y'all doing. We buying all these products. We still don't like our hair. LaWanda's in the chat saying, I want to do the relaxer. But people are just like, ugh. So here is what we're seeing right now in the hair salon today. This is the average person that comes in for a hairstyle. Here she goes. Real talk.
Yeah,
Real talk. One more before we get some comments going. Here is what we're seeing on young men that's coming in for braids.
Wow.
Unbothered. They're fed up. They're sick. They don't want to comb it. They don't want to do anything. They come to the hair salon. Eventually, they work their way around. He's a young man, so I'm sure some of his acne is also from his hormones. I don't know him. I just grabbed this off of Google. But I'm going to tell you right now, when you leave your hair like this and you sweat and you playing ball, dude, your skin is going to do all that sweat. And Cheryl can go into that a little bit more. And because there's some dangers with this unbothered look. Now, I know a lot of people are like, well, Maxwell, no. Maxwell ain't did nothing like this, y'all. Young women, we see this, Cheryl. They come in, they want a silk press. They're not even understanding. We never saw this. Never. I mean, this natural hair, and it hurts. I mean, I empathize.
And let me say this, guys. And I don't know if you guys are prepared for it, but if you guys if you guys can Google two things: hair dysmorphia.
I'm looking it up now. You said hair dysmorphia.
Yes, hair dysmorphia.
DYSMORPHIA. I got it. Hair dysmorphia. Okay, and what's the other one?
And trichotillomania. Dynia. DYINA. Tricho, TRICHO.
Trichotillomania?
No, trichotillomania is another disorder. I'm talking about trichodania.
I'll spell that. Tricho.
TRICHO. DYNIA, I think.
There it is. Trichodania. Okay. All right. Okay. Ooh-wee. All right. Which one am I sharing first? Good Lord. Hey, Nichols, this chat on fire. Welcome, y'all. Thank you guys so much. Thank you.
Right.
Appreciate it.
And let me just say this. So when you do not have enough self-esteem or the hair or your hair awareness or your hair esteem or your hair does not give you enough feel good, you can create hair dysmorphia because, and then once you have hair dysmorphia, you don't comb it, you stay away from it, you act like it's not there, right? And then you create trichodania, which it hurts. And trichodania is when your scalp hurts. And so,
okay, so let's go to hair dysmorphia first, okay? I've never, has anyone ever heard of hair dysmorphia? I have never, ever have I heard of that. Sir Pooh, have you heard of that? Hair dysmorphia. So let's go to that one first. Never heard of it. So excessively concerned and visibly preoccupied with imagined, oh my God, defect in personal appearance. Reacts excessively even when there is only a slight physical anomaly, unnecessarily engagement in practices to correct a perceived flaw or at least hide it, like checking the mirror, spending too much time grooming. Wow.
I used to treat patients because when I retired from standing up, only because I created tendonitis in my elbow. And then I went to the consultation. So I used to hair coach. And that was part of my cosmetic trichology practice. But hair dysmorphia is really an issue. I wrote about it, just in one of the reasons why I wrote my book. But it's important to know that you can create disorders by the mere annoyance and frustration of natural hair. And trichodendania, children can have it. Young black babies can have can have that, and it's a real unlistic. The phobia and the dysmorphia is a phobia. It obviously it's irrational, but you don't want your hair combed because it actually hurts.
Okay, so this one is, say that again,
trichodania.
Okay, all right. So I'm going to share this with you guys. Has anyone ever heard of? This is why I come on, y'all. Hit the thumbs up button and please share. I have never, ever, ever. Oh, you know what? I've never heard of trichodysthenia. I'm about to show it. She said pressing comb. So here we go. Present. Here we go. Share the screen. All right, guys. Trichodysthenia. Okay, here we go. Trichodysthenia, a cutaneous dysthesis, I can't pronounce that, syndrome, is a painful sensation at the scalp sun. It is defined as discomfort, pain, or paresthesia of the scalp. The cause of trichodysthenia is not known, but it is suggested to be multifactorial origin. It is commonly believed that trichodysthenia correlates with emotional upset. Wow. Because you know what? Cheryl, when we see see these hairstyles here, because people they talk about how it hurts. So in this style right here, a lot of guys will come in, and we see this in girls too. And remember now, this is unbothered. They don't want to comb their hair anymore. They're kind of like, they're just like really fed up. And so they're trying to make this into a style, but at some point it has to be combed or cut off. And either way, it's going to hurt. And so how do we address he's at the barbershop. So he's got this is a dope cut on the side. And this is a style, but at some point they want to keep the length, but it does hurt.
Right. Well, here's the thing. They have not adjusted because there could be a grooming component to it. Because one of the things, unbothered should not mean ungroomed. And the unbothered is acting like the top there because all he wants to do is go to the barbershop and still pay for the same haircut if he could just include the top into his grooming regimen. But the unbothered. Well, now
barbers say that, I'm sorry for cutting you off, but barbers say that these are still full haircuts, and the guys don't understand the skill set it takes to create this look, and they feel that these haircuts should be cheaper than cutting an entire head of hair. And that's very interesting. Any barbers in the chat, let me know.
Yeah. And unfortunately, this is it's kind of akin to it's a sister of the lock movement, but the locks is much more on a spiritual level, and they're doing those things for other political reasons. But I will say the unbothered is growing out of not knowing what to do.
All right. Here we go. She says, what do we do? Here we go right here, guys. You're going to love this one.
So I did a sew-in recently and also did a curl texture release, and obviously I have a different style right now. I'm a black girl, get into it, but I had a lot of people asking me about my leave out, oh my gosh, you have to straighten your hair, aren't you scared of heat damage? At this point, I don't care. If the hair breaks, it breaks. Hair will grow back. I actually looked like a bad bee when I had short hair anyway, so it's fine, because at this point every style breaks your hair, or every style can threaten to break your hair. If you have weave, leave out weave, it breaks your hair. If you have braids, your edges can break. If you have crochet, your edges can break. If you have a ponytail, your edges can break. If you have a ponytail in the same place too much, your edges can break. If you straighten your hair too much, your edges can break. If you color your hair too much, your edges can break. So what can I do then? What can I do? So my hair will just be holding me hostage under deep spiritual bondage that my mum will have to be doing night vigil to pray over. I'm done.
Okay. I'm done. I mean, can anybody relate to that sister? Drop it in the chat. She said, everything we do, I don't care if we color it.
Well, I just want to say to all of my fabulous, beautiful, highly trained, skilled cosmetologists, you're getting ready to have a whole new generation of wonderful, cooperative. Now they're ready to listen to you.
Yeah.
They are ready for a set of protocols. They are ready for a set of do's and don'ts. And this is the time. And this is why me and LaDosha just spent the last year of getting this cosmetology field and cosmetology education and getting this shit straightened out. Because at the end of the day, I can give a damn. At the end of the day, I know that the Afro-Hair Science Summit and coming to and bringing in some other skilled, wonderful hairstylists and barber stylists, they're going to be coming out your door, y'all, soon. So we got to get ready. We got to get
ready because if we, and this is to Cheryl's point, it's going to come back. So here is what's happening over in China. Here we go. I'm sure you guys have seen it. So here you go.
Don't play with me. Just got some top from this stripper bitch. She from Kankakee, just brought a Glock with a ruler clip. Boy, don't play with me, this bitch a hoe. Met her at the store, you know how it go. She wanna smoke, so I bought some dope and took her to the O. Just got some top from this stripper bitch. She from Kankakee, just brought a Glock with a ruler clip. Boy, don't play with me, this bitch a hoe. Met her at the store, you know how it go. She wanna smoke, so I bought some dope and took her to the O. We in the car, she don't live that far. Say she left her person named Church. You know, Vonda player. We can go there first. I bust the U. Pulled up to her spot. She live by the park. It's getting dark. My Glock on my lap. I'm just thinking smart, so she hop out. She switching this shit. This bitch sticking shit. She got 2 minutes. If she ain't back out, then she gon' need a lift. She left her phone, so I picked it up.
Oh yeah.
All right. Here we go. One more before we wrap it up. One more. How they say one more again? Here it is. Here you go, guys.
Wow. Oh, shit. That shit is crazy.
All right. It's coming back. We're laughing at our hair, and they're like, no problem. We'll take it. Bring that over here. That money. That's what Cheryl was talking about. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Now they trying to go this way with it. Oh my God, I got such long. Man,
Hey, go to chat. Look at them. Get the hell out of here. Here we go. Wait a minute, Cheryl. What? Here we go. We can't have nothing. Oh, hell no.
No. You can't have it. You need to get your scissors, get your perm rods, get your skills, and make that money. Tell them to come on over here, baby. Nobody can afro you better than anybody can afro you. We black. We can do it. At the end of the day, they always won it. First of all, they started like that. The weird shit is that the new shit and weird shit is black folks being forced to wear straight hair only because your toiletry bag didn't come. That's new. Asians, Latinos, Europeans wanting to wear curly afros ain't not new. It's thousands and thousands. What is called a peyot? P-E-Y-O-T. What does it say?
Hold on, let me look it up. Hold on, wait a minute. Spell it again. Hold on. Go back.
P-E-Y-O-T. Peyot.
P-E-Y. Oh, let me take the E off. Sorry, guys.
What is a peyote?
Here we go. Let me show you guys. Let me just go to the images. Anybody in the chat want to take a stab before I show it? What is a peyote? P-E-Y-O-T. We'll give you guys a few minutes. Don't forget, please hit the like button. You guys are evidently loving the dumbest shit that people say about black hair. So let me just show you right quick. P-E-Y-O-T. What is a peyote? Am I pronouncing it correctly?
Yeah, peyote. Peyote. P-A-yote.
All right, well, we'll be a little patient here and see if somebody wants to. Now, don't be cheating and Googling now. I already didn't Google it.
They already Googled it.
They didn't already Googled it. All right, so let me show you guys. Cheryl said go ahead on into the conversation about other people been doing this stuff. So here is peyote. Here we go. Share. There it is. So walk us through peyote.
Y'all, ain't that a hair piece? That's a peyote cap right there. That's a peyote cap. They're in the white with the curls hanging down. They wear those under their caps. Come on now, hair of the ethop. They've been wanting to wear curly hair. That's where it all started. Thousands of years. We just got to get in to the mode of the service, y'all. Come on now. We just look at that. You just put the hat on, man. You just put the hat on. You got the curls. Those are not curled for no reason. Why would they want to curl their hair? They've been doing it. Come on, y'all. They've been copying you. Stop saying that, we can't have nothing. Shit, God damn it, I don't care if we can't have nothing. I know I'm going to get money to service it.
All right, payouts, come on over.
I'm telling them how to pin curl that. Give me $45, baby. You can do payouts all day. You know what I mean? Come on.
Yeah,
come on,
I think it's the economic opportunity. We are a service industry when it comes to hairstyles, and so I'm with you. Monica says as we wrap this up, I love me some girl. Teach and preach. The oracle is speaking, and that she has done tonight. She has most definitely spoken. Man, you on fire tonight, sure. Everybody just ooh-wee. Let me just tell you something. Monica, Sandra, Lawana, Sir Pooh, my boss Lavina, Don Parker, Sandra E, Naomi, everybody in the chat. There are no words we can capture how much we appreciate you for rocking it out, Miss Catello. Welcome. We hope you come back and join us tomorrow for our first year anniversary as we celebrate the documentary, the narrative, Let the Truth Be Told about Afro-hair. Immediately following, about 15 minutes later, we'll let you guys go and drink some water, come back with your champagne, and we're going to have just a little bit, maybe like 30 minutes or so, a talk back about the narrative. We appreciate you guys so very much. When it comes to being unbothered, as you can see, you have this hair, I know I'm saying it wrong. What's it called again, Cheryl?
Trichodania.
Trichodania. Okay, so that's a real sensation. It's a lived experience. So if you're feeling unbothered, come back to the hair salon. As you can see, we took you through a timeline demonstrating we have always done this. We cannot really always be on social media platforms to give it to you guys who may not be getting it in your neck of the woods. But trust me, someone in your community is anxiously awaiting to service you, offer you a wonderful consultation, and help you navigate, because we hope at the end of the day, you guys have learned there is no such thing as a carefree hairstyle. All hairstyles require maintenance, and we barbers, licensed cosmetologists, your licensed, lacticians, we are to help you guys out. So come on back. We are ready. Cheryl, any closing thoughts on this. This was a dynamic podcast. Dynamic.
Let me say this, and I want y'all to tell all your customers. I want you to tell every Black person you see, if they get you and bait you and coerce you into a hair care conversation, all of us, and I want you to tell them, to care is to be Afrocentric. And if you want a carefree hairstyle, you are not being your authentic African self, because the caring is the point. The caring, the moment you care and you put the care and you're taking time, taking care of yourself and you're grooming, that is a alchemical love affair. That is the beauty process. That's the African process. You cannot have a carefree nothing and be Afrocentric self. That is not the point. The caring, the taking time, and the taking care of you and you in that moment, that's the point.
That's the point. It's just that simple. I don't know that people understand that statement, that the most un-African thing you can do is to not worship,
right,
care for yourself.
We want it to go fast, and I don't want to be bothered. The unbothered, just the fact that's a name. That is,
yeah.
We got to fix that hairstylist. We got to fix.
Yeah, don't be disengaged. Don't be disenfranchised. You got to understand that is the focal point. So we'll come back. We think that would be a great way, a segue, as we wrap up into the new year, to talk about that. Is it African to just be unkempt? Because that is not our history. So we'll rock that out next week. Is unkempt African, or is kempt African?
Unbothered. Why would you even be bothered? Why are you bothered?
Well, I think they're going to love that topic next week. In the meantime, tomorrow we will be back here at 7:00 p.m. to watch the narrative. Get your popcorn and everything. Share the content. Also on Thursday, we are going to be talking about why it is important to tell Black stories, Black people. So maybe you have a book you want to write, some poetry that you've been dying to just kind of, get onto that piece of paper, maybe your own documentary with your cell phone. You could do your own documentary with your cell phone, a story you want to tell. Cheryl is going to walk us through why it is so important for us to tell our own narratives. And of course, we'll pick up as to how I got to the narrative. And I will share with you guys any and everything you want to know about self-publishing, because it is important that we tell our stories. We appreciate you guys so very much. You know what we say when we're signing out, right? We always talking about a whole lot of love. No, a whole lot of peace, a whole lot of love, and a whole lot of hair, right? I got my new hair color. Look at that, Monica. How y'all like my hair color? Kendra hooked me up yesterday. Okay, I'm showing off. But check this out. If you ain't got this stuff, you don't want it, you can't stand it, you can't grow it. Hell, you're planning on cutting it off, because don't be unbothered, right? Don't be unbothered. All right. Because you know what? It's all about the love. All right, guys. Have a wonderful night, because bald heads and all that stuff is beautiful too. And so are you. All right. We love you guys.